because there's one name that I am dying to see in the UFC, and that's Dakota Dicha.
That's fine.
Yeah. Talk about the women's
Can you imagine her?
division needing a superstar, and talk about a perfectly packaged, talented, gorgeous, eloquent, respectful, good, like literally checks every single box, and she's right there.
I'm here with a dangerous Dakota Ditcha. Dakota Ditcha. First question I have to ask, how's the left hand? We saw you shaking it out in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, I think I've injured my left hand, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long, and then I've come back and I'm injured again. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. Thank you so much.
This crowd behind you from start to finish, how did that feel, especially in that third round when you were hurt?
Yeah, guys, I just want to say that was the best walkout I've ever had, so thank you so much.
Before we get you in the back, I have to know, what does the future hold for you? I know you have to heal up, but when you come back, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together, so hopefully we can carry on bringing crowds like this, because you guys really set a standard. So congratulations, guys.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcha fans, let her know how you feel.
There's a storm brewing outside the UFC, and her name is Dakota Ditcha, the violent Cinderella that Laura Sanko is begging Dana White to sign. Sanko, one of the most respected voices in MMA, didn't hold back, calling her a violent Cinderella and firing a full-blown warning shot to every woman on the UFC roster, insisting that this isn't hype but reality. Dakota Ditcha isn't just undefeated, she's untouchable, finishing all 10 of her opponents with ruthless precision, and she hasn't even stepped foot in the UFC yet. While fans are desperate for a breakout female star, Dakota has been quietly building an empire in the PFL, dismantling anyone in her way. Sanko lighting this fire on camera without hesitation, and choosing Dakota over any current UFC star, is a massive statement and a huge L for the UFC's women's division. After all, when your own insiders say the biggest star isn't even signed, you've got a problem. So why hasn't Dakota joined the UFC yet? Simple, she's smart, she knows her worth, and she's not walking into a bad deal just for the spotlight.
For you to cross-promote with the PFL for, say, a Joan Ganu fight, and is there anything specifically stopping that from happening?
Is there any way to stop it from happening?
Is there anything that's stopping that specific fight or a cross-promotion with the PFL from happening?
No, I'm not interested in that. We tried to make that fight. They didn't want to do it. And it's done. He doesn't fight here anymore. I'm not interested.
So no fights with the PFL just in general?
Should I?
Possibilities.
We got 1, 2, and 3. They can't sell a fucking gate. Talk to me.
Dana,
It's a stupid question, but go ahead. Talk to me. Why would I do that? I tried to make the fight here. They didn't want to do it, but I should co-promote with like a Bellator or a PFL. Why should I do that? Talk to me.
I guess it's just, a partnership with ESPN or anything like that, just in general with co-promoting in MMA to make, MMA fans happy, just for everyone to be involved with each other.
Because of ESPN?
As a partnership.
You win the dumb question of the night.
She's making her money, building hype, and stacking highlights. And the UFC knows they'll have to pay up if they want her. Because Dakota Dicha isn't chasing the spotlight, she's making the spotlight chase her.
Nunes, Amanda, you said something to Dana White right after the fight. You want to share with the rest of the crowd?
Hey guys, wait, don't leave it right now. Hold on. Baby. 400. 220. 220. If you guys look around, I just signed with Anderson Silva in defend the belt. So tonight is a perfect night to retire and then live happy forever.
Since Amanda Nunes retired, let's be honest, the division has been bleeding, struggling to find a star who can carry the torch.
A fighting southpaw. Look, the best thing what I did was make my dream happen. Because you don't feel it. I feel it.
PA is beefing with Kayla, Valentina's out, and while Harrison's a freak, she's still part-time and the UFC has 0 breakout female strikers. None, except Dakota. Ditcha is right there in the PFL smoking opponents like it's target practice. So let's play matchmaker. Dakota versus Juliana Pena. That's a murder charge. Dakota versus Valentina. A striking clinic. Dakota versus Kayla Harrison. The super fight women's MMA actually needs. Give her anyone. Give her everyone. Dakota is the fresh blood. The division is starving. 427 in her prime. Star power, British swagger, and a ruthless killer instinct. As Laura Sanko said, she is a violent Cinderella. Dana, bring her to the UFC as soon as possible, because it's time to cash out or get left behind. Cinderella's glass slipper is already covered in blood.
Dakota versus Valentina.
You really made me say that she's my favorite fighter, but come on.
Favorite fighter, number one.
Yeah, she is. She's always been my favorite fighter, Valentina, yeah.
All time.
Yeah, all time.
Have you ever told her this?
Like, she's just like an MMA athlete. Like,
Yeah.
what can she not do? Like, she can grapple. If she needs to win by grappling, she can do it. She needs to strike, she can do it. Like, I mean, so many people thought she was going to get a belt taken off her by French girl, Manon
Fiorot.
Dakota Dicha just called out the queen of violence herself, Valentina Shevchenko, and let's be real, everyone expected this undefeated, violent, and insanely marketable British star to jump to the UFC as the perfect Dana White signing. Instead, she shocked everyone by resigning with the PFL, all while subtly throwing shade at the UFC and keeping her options wide open.
With the PFL. Congratulations. Are you happy with how everything turned out?
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, I am happy now in the end. It took a while. I mean, I fought last November, so I think it took a while to, you know, something that was right for the both of us. But I'm happy now. You know, I just secured my future for me and my family.
Gunning for the fight. Most UFC women won't even whisper about Valentina Shevchenko, one of the most feared women in MMA history. This wouldn't just be a crossover fight. It would be the first true PFL versus UFC women's super fight. But here's the truth the UFC won't say out loud. Dakota is a threat not just to Valentina, but to the entire flyweight division. Think about it. A young, undefeated blonde striker with real knockout power. And she's not under UFC control.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say Bellator has had Hawaii events.
Bellator could put on a fucking fight in the parking lot. Dude, I can't even believe you just said that. PFL Tour, you know PFL Tour was here on Friday. Did anybody know that? You're the media guys. I didn't know till fucking Friday. They were selling tickets, buy two, get two free. I'm not busting on them. That's a fucking fact. They put out a memo, buy two, get two free. You're having a bad fucking week if those are the memos you're putting out.
Hey, Dana.
There were more people in my fucking green room tonight than there were at the fight.
This fight wouldn't just be about belts, it would be about promotional pride. And that's exactly why the UFC is staying silent. Valentina Shevchenko is a legend. No debate. But she's no longer untouchable. Alexa Grasso exposed cracks. And Dakota is younger, hungrier, and unafraid to say it out loud. Dakota's message is clear. If Valentina's still on top when the time comes, she's in. That's a challenge, a warning, a threat, and maybe even a prophecy. The UFC already hated losing Kayla Harrison, and now they're watching Dakota become the next breakout star, and she's doing it without them. If Dakota versus Valentina actually happens and the UFC loses on their own turf, it's game over for the narrative that the UFC is the only elite league, and deep down Dana knows it. Social media erupted the moment Dakota said UFC champ versus PFL champ. Some fans think she hasn't earned it, others swear Valentina would crush her, but the real ones know this is the fight women's MMA desperately needs. Critics say Dakota isn't ready, that Valentina finishes her in 2 rounds, but every storyline screams future star and another UFC miss. With Dakota turning 27 today, she's entering her prime, and the UFC can't ignore her much longer. Dakota Dicha is ready, Valentina Shevchenko is legendary, and the fans want this super fight bad. The question isn't if it happens, it's who breaks first, Valentina's aura or the UFC's grip on women's MMA. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the UFC make this fight, or is Dakota just chasing clout? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell for more savage breakdowns every week.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event was scheduled for 3 rounds. It went the full distance, and we now go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this bout unanimously. For your winner, Dakota Ditcha.
Dakota Ditcha just sent a chilling message to the entire MMA world. With blood on her elbows, fire in her eyes, and a re-signing announcement that shook the PFL cage. The Queen of Violence demolished a Bellator veteran in brutal fashion and made it look effortless. This wasn't just a win, it was a masterclass in destruction. Sumiko Inaba, 8-1, Hawaii's own, a Bellator veteran with a chin and a heart, came to fight. But Dakota came to disfigure. She unleashed knees, elbows, and precision strikes, picking Inaba apart like a surgeon possessed for 15 relentless minutes. A 32-24 score isn't a fight, it's a cry for help. From the opening bell, Dicha entered kill mode, using all 8 limbs like a Muay Thai monster, dropping elbows so sharp they could have signed the PFL contract themselves, and knees that bent time, broke faces, and had Inaba stumbling, spinning, and bleeding. By round 2, Sumiko wasn't fighting to win, she was fighting to survive. And here's the kicker. Dakota might have broken her hand mid-fight, but did she slow down? Not for a second. She just switched weapons like a boss, turning into a one-woman arsenal: legs, knees, elbows, high kicks, delivering a career-altering beating with one hand. Then, just when fans thought the show was over, boom, Dakota Diva announced she's resigning with PFL. No Bellator, no UFC. She's staying right where she's queen. Critics ask why stay in PFL, some even calling it a waste of talent, but they're missing the point. Dakota isn't running, she's building a legacy where she's the killer, the poster girl, and the unquestioned face of the brand. She's already the queen of PFL Europe, now conquering PFL Africa. And next she could step into Kayla Harrison's $1 million legacy lane. Fans are calling her the Valentina of the PFL, but at just 26, she might surpass Valentina Harrison, and even Cyborg. UFC fans should be nervous, and Bellator fighters better stay retired, because Dakota Dicha is undefeated, uninjured, and now unchained with a fresh new contract. Cape Town just witnessed a star go supernova. Sumiko Inaba was broken, the cage was baptized in blood, and Dakota Ditcha just crowned herself queen.
Damage so far in this fight. It's been one-way traffic.
Oh, Steve Nicholas, the middle from Dakota, and a flurry. Get under the body. Here's the elbow. Back elbow. Another left hand.
She just dominated a Bellator veteran, re-signed with the PFL, and sent a thunderous message to the entire women's MMA world. Dakota Dicha isn't just taking over, she's flat out embarrassing the competition. Let's call it what it is. The UFC let Kayla Harrison walk, Amanda Nunes retired, and women's MMA was in a freefall until now. Dakota Ditcha has single-handedly saved the PFL's women's division while exposing just how weak the competition really is. At PFL Africa in the Grand Arena, Dakota Ditcha delivered an absolute clinic against Sumiko Inaba, 8-1 finisher and Bellator's former Golden Girl, but none of that pedigree mattered. From the opening bell, this wasn't a fight. It was a technical beatdown. Ditcha's flawless range management, vicious front kicks to the face, and razor-sharp elbows made Inaba look like an amateur. And by round 3, even the crowd knew they were witnessing murder.
I believe that the winner of this, regular playoff will become the female face of the PFL. Is that something you're ready to embrace and step on it, and not just be someone who's easily marketable, but you're a champion and you could be the face? If you enjoyed this
breakdown and want more savage MMA coverage, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and smash the bell icon so you never miss a fight analysis. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Can anyone stop Dakota Ditcha, or is she already the future queen of women's MMA?